Good morning, I'm John Maxedon.
Good morning, I'm Tim Stoub.
How you doing this morning, Tim?
I'm doing well, thanks, John.
Great.
Why are we doing this video, John?
Well, we thought that it might be good for people to see us and interact with us as best as we can.
You know, Facebook has a tendency to become something that it otherwise isn't. There's a lot of words there on a screen, so thought maybe this would be a good opportunity to put a face, a voice, a smile. Do you smile, John?
I do. We're not actually dressed up as monsters when we're not on Facebook.
You know, a lot of times we hear feedback from people, you know, John and Tim, they don't really seem like two that go together, but, you know, we have a lot of fun together, John and I.
I saw the other day that we were bad for one another.
Really?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I've had quite a bit of growth since I've gotten to know you.
Huh. I like you, John. You're my friend.
You're a good dude, man.
It's funny the way we met.
At school board meeting.
It was actually the school board meeting. Who'd have thought?
Yeah. Didn't know one another.
Never had heard of you before.
We are polar opposites in a lot of our thinking, our ways. Unbelievable.
It really is, which makes this, you know, even more ironic that the two of us are sitting here together on a Sunday morning in the back patio, and just thought we'd try to introduce ourselves a little bit as we, about a week away from the election now.
Yeah, week Tuesday.
So the article in the Vedette came out.
Yeah.
And how do you think that summarized you?
Well, I wrote it.
Okay, well that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, one of the things that I did talk on was, you know, the teachers and the need for them to just have people get out of their way and do what they do best. From a manufacturing perspective, it's lean thinking, and I believe we have the best teachers around.
I don't think there would be a whole lot of people that would disagree with that statement, myself included. You know, I don't think it's much of a secret that we have a bad rap with certain members of the community.
They just don't know us.
I struggle with that sometimes. It's tough to see past words on the screen. It's tough to convey a message. I think communication is so critical in the success or failure of anything, really.
Communication is a big hurdle that I have seen and witnessed in the past within the school district, and no doubt us trying to get our message out through Facebook in a lot of ways is no different. But it's been the tool that we've had, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Kudos actually to Jody Becker.
Oh, absolutely.
For helping to get the last board meeting aired, and actually has helped to inspire me to get on video with Tim. I know he's done a few of these. And
not well. Have not done any well, that's for sure.
Well, it helps people to see you instead of trying to figure you out from your words, and them kind of filtering your message through their own take on it, so to speak.
That's true. In fact, some feedback I got after my last one was stiff as a board, and well, I suppose that's pretty accurate. I don't do videos very well myself, so I really did welcome this opportunity too. So
I'd rather speak in front of 1,000 people in person than be in front of a video myself.
Yeah, this is extremely awkward for me, but you know, I really do love this community. I love this school district. I love everything about this place. And so if it meant doing a video here where a little bit of a get to know you, more than happy to do that for the community. Just really want to do what's right. Not here making waves, looking to see where I can make a difference, where I can bring the skills that I use in my everyday, where I can make a difference to help John, myself, my neighbors, my friends, even those that I don't know.
Yeah.
Really here to help.
Yeah, it's a good word. What originally brought you to Peatown, Tim?
My family and I moved here from Tinley Park, and we were really just squeezed for space in a small home. We had expecting our 5th child at the time, so we moved out here. We had kept an eye on this community for the last 20 or 30 years or so. Well, no, that wouldn't be accurate. That might make me closer to 60. So I guess it's more like 20 years. My wife and I hit that milestone just last year, actually. So I would say that's accurate. We've kept our eye on this community for about 20 years, all the while knowing that this is where we keyed in on. This is where we wanted to call home. When we settled here, we really did identify this and hope and pray that this would be our forever home. So while we're a recent transplant within the last 5 years, we've been coming to the area for around 20, and we do intend to be here, God willing, forever.
That's good. Yeah, I personally have lived in Peatone about 25 years. Moved away for 2 or 3 years. Company I worked for moved me out to Pennsylvania. Was out there for a few years, came back. My wife has lived here most of her life as well. Love Peatone, love the people. It's nice to still live in a town where you drive down the road, and even if you don't know somebody, you wave at them, they wave back.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Believe in the schools, believe in community. It's amazing, somebody gets sick, something happens, you see these support dinners pop up, things happen, people still pull together. We need to continue that and actually figure out how to continue to grow that, even in our school district.
Do you want to defund the schools?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I actually want to look at what and how things are being done and figure out how to put more of that money back into the hands of the teachers and kids. I'd like to touch on that referendum piece. That does not mean that I feel like we can pull money out of the school district and have things stay the same. What it means is we can improve the education, we can improve the teacher-student experience by redirecting the money that is there. You can even get on the topic of the cash bonds versus referendum. We're paying interest on the bonds. I would rather the interest on the bonds go back to the school. I would rather not give it to a bank, right? A referendum passed and the bonds going away would be the best thing to happen to our schools. But the referendum needs to make sense. It needs to reflect the bonds, not an inflation.
So you're not anti-referendum.
No.
You were just not in support of the last one.
The last referendum was double what our working cash bonds are, and was proposed to the village as a potential savings. I mean, it doesn't feel good for your community to be told, vote yes for a referendum, a tax increase, and disguise it as a decrease. It's got icky written all over it. That type of advertisement, that type of promotion actually isn't in the best interest of the teachers and students. The people are smarter than that, Tim. If you truly want to do what's best for the teachers and students, promote it for what it is, and actually give the teachers and students a fighting chance at getting what they deserve. Me suggesting that we get transparent and get fiscally responsible actually is the means to the students and teachers getting what they need. What I would really like for the community to hear and know, and from my perspective, is in the past referendums presented in an untransparent way have actually been against the children and teachers in a lot of ways, Tim. You know what? The thought of being fiscally responsible does not mean gutting the schools. What it actually means is getting the public to trust what's going on so that they will actually get behind the teachers and students. And as long as we perpetuate what's been going on, they're going to keep getting the same result, which is the teachers and students not being supported.